Film reviews.
In teenage rom-com She's Out of My League, nerdy airport worker Kirk can't believe that hot chick Molly is into him, and neither can his mates.
Kirk, I love you, but there's no way on the planet that Molly is into you. I mean, why would you bring a friend and give you 2 tickets?
Well, Molly brought Patty for you, but Patty thought you were a moron.
Okay, now I know you've gone crazy. You're telling me the hottest chick I've ever met in my life wants you, and the Hamburglar wasn't into me? Listen to yourself.
On his first date with Molly, Kirk feels a little out of place in a fancy French restaurant.
This place is tremendous. I'm just trying to think whether or not I've been here before. Is this real silver? This is gorgeous stuff. There's this lovely terrace area. It's open. It's kind of like eating on the Today Show set.
Are you nervous?
Yes. So you speak French?
Oh, no, barely. I probably just asked for directions to the beach.
That's amazing. Any other hidden talents I should know about?
I'm a lawyer.
Now I'm joined by Daniel Anderson from Click Magazine and Ross McDonough from Metro Herald. Ross, what's this all about?
Well, you pretty much just ruined the film for everybody there.
Apologies.
Ugly guy is fancied by a hot bird. His mates can't believe it. You don't now need to go see that film. You've just summed it up. That's the end, basically. There's nothing more to it.
You're telling me there's no other reason to see this film?
Absolutely none. I can't really stand these kinds of films. I try to give these, generic comedies a chance, but this did absolutely nothing for me whatsoever.
Okay, I'm sensing resentment there from Ross. Daniel, maybe you fared a little better. Is there anything here that we haven't seen before?
Oh, no, not at all, but I kind of enjoyed it anyway. It's one of those, ever since Judd Apatow started making films, there are these sorts of romantic comedies with a heart. And that's what this is as well. And I think, for what it is, it has all the elements in place, and it doesn't bugger any of them up too badly. I thought it was quite good fun.
Okay, well that's more positive. You mentioned Judd Apatow there. Now the star of this, Jay Baruchel. I'm going to try to pronounce it. Baruchel. He's an Apatow alumnus. So he was one of those kids who was in Knocked Up and other such things. Like how is he? Is he stepping up to the plate as a leading man?
I don't know. I still can't really understand him when he speaks, but slightly more so this time. I don't know. As a leading man, not really great for me.
I can't see him coming back after this. I mean,
really?
He's the, as you were saying, like Judd Apatow and the likes of American Pie, you've got your loser main guy, Jim. At least he's got a bit of charm. He's not that bad looking. I think this guy is just too pathetic to even, to even fathom that anybody would fancy him. No more than the hot girl.
And is he good looking?
Oh God, his face is on upside down. I couldn't stand to look at him. I had to kind of shield my eyes whenever he was on screen.
Harsh words. I noticed that the hot girl, the person whose league he is out of in the title, is played by Alice Eve, and we saw Alice Eve last week in Sex and the City 2. She was the fabulously inappropriate Irish nanny. So for me, she'll always be emblazoned in my mind for that. How does she fare in this?
I think she does a good job. I mean, I didn't know she was actually English, but she has a good accent, and I think she pulls off this character who could have been really bitchy and nasty, but is actually kind of nice and genuine.
Okay, guys, out of 5, Daniel?
3.
Ross?
Uno
and 3 for She's Out of My League. Not too good. Thanks, guys, for that. Now, the Brothers Bloom could be described as dirty, rotten scoundrels if it was directed by Wes Anderson. It's a con man caper movie wherein the titular brothers, played by Adrian Brody and Mark Ruffalo, get a little more than they bargained for when they try to set up eccentric, reclusive billionairess Rachel Weisz. And then Belgian smuggler Robbie Coltrane enters the scene. Cross turns to double cross.
My French is a little rusty, but I believe he said my proposition stands.
He came out of nowhere last night.
How's that? I will make you a proposition.
Oh, Lord. What has he got?
An 8th century prayer book. He steals pieces from his museum in Prague and sells them off through smugglers.
That's what he does.
I wonder who's his fence.
It's probably a Spanish guy, right? Did he say who's buying?
Yeah, an Argentinian.
A gentleman from the Argentine.
So, the curator will sell it to a middleman for $1 million US, and then the the guy from South America, he will pay 2.5.
Now I'm still joined by Ross McDonough from Metro Herald. Ross, this starts well enough, but ties itself rapidly up into knots. Would you agree?
Yes, completely. I have to say, it starts excellently. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed the start now, and it's really charming with the young brothers Bloom. Have two kids, 10 and 13 at the start, at the little prologue. But I have to say, the two boys, they outact the Ruffalo and
They're
Brody.
younger versions of themselves.
They completely do. I was kind of dying to see more of them in the film, and as soon as they grow up to become Adrian Brody and Mark Ruffalo, who I like, the boys just don't have that chemistry, and they weren't believable as brothers at all.
Now, Daniel, Brick, which is Ryan Johnson, the director, that was his debut film. I thought there was such a promising debut. It was like a Chandler-esque film set inside a high school. Yeah. Is there a sense with this film, The Brothers Bloom, that he's now showing off?
I think he has a love of genre films, and I think he showed that with a film noir homage with Brick. And I think with this, he just bit off more than he can chew. I think a good con film is very hard to do, and he thought he could make a good one, and he can't.
And the characters as well, there's a problem there, apart from the fact that the plot gets so Byzantine and complicated and you begin not to care who's conning who. I found that the characters, as you said, Ross, they're quite two-dimensional. The kids are almost more interesting at the beginning. Are they difficult to care about?
Certainly. I think the standout in this is Rachel Weisz. I think she's very good in this. She pulls off the loopy heiress very well. The problem is the guys are trying to, don't want to give away too much here, but con her out of money. And she's ridiculously rich in it, and they're trying to call her out for like $1 million, and you get the sense that she's got $1 million in her pocket, like, you know what I mean? The money doesn't matter to her, so the kind of film almost doesn't matter then, you know what I mean?
It's like those Dr. Evil moments.
Exactly. And I think Robbie Coltrane, I was excited when he came into it, you know, he's hamming it up to the max, and I was like, he's going to be a great character. He's criminally underused in the film.
He is, but it is just that thing that you didn't want to give too much away, but you're not really giving anything away because nothing is as it seems anyway. You know? It's kind of irritating.
It's the problem with con films, though. There's only two outcomes: either what's happening on screen is a con, or it's the truth, and you know it can only go in two directions.
Very true. Now, Daniel, Ross alluded there to Rachel Weisz, who for me was perhaps the most entertaining thing about this film. Like, she seems to be relishing the opportunity to play kooky.
Yeah, I think she said she went out to look for this kind of film because she hasn't really done much comedy since the Mummy films, and she's out had a kid and everything. Yeah, she's brilliant. Her accent's perfect. She pulls off. She's supposed to have all these quirky sort of hobbies, and she apparently learned how to do all of them on camera, which is great. But I think she was brilliant.
Are you telling me that she learned how to juggle chainsaws for camera?
Did she do that one? I can't remember that one, but okay.
It's unlikely. Okay,
the
guys.
card tricks and stuff. Yeah. Sorry.
Can I get your bottom line on the film, Ross, out of 5?
I'd give this a 3.
Daniel?
I give it a 3 as well.
Okay, equal billing. That's 3 from the guys for The Brothers Bloom. Now, there's no shortage of remakes in Hollywood, so why would anyone take the time, trouble and effort of remaking an average comedy that no one was that interested in the first time around? Well, that's exactly what we have with Death at the Funeral, an American remake of a little-seen British farce where slapstick and scandal erupt at the funeral for the father of brothers Chris Rock and Martin Lawrence. Now, in this clip, the brothers are negotiating with a blackmailing, uninvited guest.
There is no way in the world I'm giving this guy my hard-earned money. No.
Fine, but this is on your head.
Oh, hold on, man, hold on.
Okay, you need to back off.
No, let's discuss this.
There's nothing to discuss.
No.
Oh, I said back off, buddy!
Oh, you gonna bring a gat to a funeral?
Get
You ain't got no damn You got any rope? Any duct tape?
What, I look like a serial killer? I would just keep rope and duct tape in my pocket.
Use your tie.
My tie.
Stuff it in his mouth. First key to war is to cut off communication. All right, now grab that curtain thing. Hurry, grab the curtain. Just kick him out. Get off. You know what was in that cake? What's going on? Who's that dude? Come in and shut the damn door. Come on, man. What's happening?
He having a seizure.
Damn! Come on, his jacket under his head.
You guys happen to see a little,
Come in, Jeff. Come in.
No, I told you to lock the damn door.
What's going on?
He's having a seizure.
Yeah. So, why is he all tied up?
We don't want him to swallow his tongue. No, that's part of the medical procedure.
Yeah, I think there's some clips might work better for TV. But anyway, guys, which one of you can tell me why this film exists? I'm baffled.
I have to admit now, I haven't seen the original, but I can't fathom a situation where you would need to remake a film merely 3 years later. I can't put it together. And I mean, one of the telltale signs that it's a bad idea is they've used the exact same actor, Peter Dinklage, as the midget. Like, he's the same guy, he's playing the same role. I mean, I just can't understand the point of it.
A huge chunk of the gags are exactly the same as well, like line for line with different characters. It's insane.
correct me if I'm wrong, but I was watching this. I saw the original when it came out. I was the one, I think, that saw the original when it originally came out. And this felt like a shot for shot, like scene for scene. I was reminded of like Gus Van Sant's remake of Psycho.